Breaking the loneliness cycle. 9 evidence-based strategies to reconnect loneliness is often misunderstood as a personal failing, but experts define it as a biological signal much like thirst or hunger that indicates a need for human connection. According to Dr. Jeremy Nobel, a public health researcher at Harvard Medical School, loneliness represents the gap between the social connections we desire and those we actually have. The danger lies in the vicious cycle this feeling can create. As loneliness intensifies, the world can begin to feel more threatening, prompting further social withdrawal. To break this cycle, experts suggest shifting from self-judgment to actionable strategies that rebuild connection, starting with small, manageable steps. Reframing the narrative. Loneliness as a signal, not a flaw. The first step in alleviating loneliness is changing how you perceive it. Many people internalize loneliness as evidence of inadequacy or social failure. However, Dr. Nobel emphasizes that loneliness is a neutral biological cue. Just as you do not feel ashamed of being hungry, there is no need to feel guilt or embarrassment about being lonely. Why this matters? Shifting this mindset reduces the secondary distress that often accompanies loneliness. By treating loneliness as a valid need rather than a character defect, you can approach it with compassion rather than shame. Actionable step. Practice self-compassion. When loneliness strikes, place a gentle hand on your heart or cheek. Brooke Schwartz, LCSW, notes that this physical touch activates the parasympathetic nervous system and releases oxytocin, helping to soothe distress and increase feelings of security. Rewrite negative thoughts. Replace thoughts like, "There is something wrong with me," with neutral affirmations such as, "It is okay to feel lonely," or "Loneliness is a natural signal." Diagnosing the type of loneliness. Not all loneliness feels the same, and treating it effectively requires identifying its root cause. Dr. Nobel suggests asking yourself what specific connection is missing. Emotional loneliness. Craving a deep, personal bond with a specific person. Social loneliness. Feeling like you do fit in with a peer group or community. Existential loneliness. Searching for a larger sense of purpose or meaning. You may experience multiple types simultaneously. Identifying the specific void allows you to target your efforts more effectively, whether that means deepening existing friendships or seeking out new communities. Challenging social anxiety and negative thought patterns. Many lonely individuals actually have social connections, but struggle to deepen them due to fear of rejection. Dr. Mary Ellen Eller, a board-certified psychiatrist, points out that negative thought patterns can act as barriers to intimacy. Cognitive restructuring. Identify automatic thoughts. Notice thoughts like, "If my friends wanted to see me, they would have called," or "If I don't reach out, I can't be rejected." Label them. Acknowledge these as automatic thoughts rather than facts. Reframe. Create a balanced perspective. For example, it is true that friends reach out when they want to spend time together, but it is also true that people are busy or may not realize I need connection. This cognitive intervention doesn't eliminate loneliness instantly, but it stops the negative feedback loop that can make loneliness chronic. Building connection through shared interests. One of the most effective ways to meet like-minded people is through shared activities. Dr. Eller recommends joining book clubs, cooking classes, or yoga groups. The mechanism of connection. Dr. Nobel explains that the shared interest itself isn't always the primary bond. Rather, it serves as a low-pressure starting point. It places you in proximity to others, allowing relationships to grow organically on a human level once the initial barrier is broken. Actionable steps. Join a local hiking group, recreational sports league, or choir. Engage in hobbies that naturally foster interaction, such as team sports or collaborative arts. The power of animals and nature. Sometimes, the path to human connection begins with non-human companions, pets as social catalysts. Dr. Eller shares a case study of an elderly man who adopted a dog and committed to visiting the dog park daily. This routine not only provided companionship, but also facilitated interactions with other pet owners, leading to friendships and dinner invitations. Within a month, his mood significantly improved. Nature as a restorative force. Spending time in nature can also reduce the stress associated with loneliness. Solo. Take a lunch hour stroll in a park or hike a local trail. Social. Join a birding or walking group to combine nature exposure with social interaction. Finding purpose through service volunteering addresses loneliness on multiple fronts. It provides a sense of purpose and connects you with others who share your values. Dr. Nobel notes that volunteering shifts focus away from personal gratification toward community well-being, fostering conversations with people who care about broader issues. Actionable steps. Join established organizations like Habitat for Humanity or Meals on Wheels. Engage in local community efforts, such as tutoring, mentoring, or helping neighbors with yard work. Starting small. The value of micro-interactions for those who are new to an area or have been socially isolated for a long time, large social gatherings can be overwhelming. Dr. Eller suggests starting with micro-interactions, brief, low-stakes exchanges with strangers. Examples: chatting with your barista, offering a compliment to someone in line. These small acts of kindness deepen feelings of connection and help rebuild social confidence without the pressure of deep commitment. Seeking professional support if loneliness feels unmanageable or is linked to deeper psychological patterns. Professional help can be transformative. Therapists may use cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to identify and change the thoughts and behaviors contributing to isolation. Emotional exposure, a technique that helps clients ride the wave of lonely feelings, proving to themselves that these emotions are temporary and not dangerous. Conclusion: loneliness is not a life sentence, but a signal that can be addressed with intention. By reframing your mindset, challenging negative thoughts, and taking small steps toward connection, whether through hobbies, volunteering, or professional support, you can break the cycle of isolation and rebuild a sense of belonging.